On May 19, 2018, the whole world watched the fairy tale wedding of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. That day, they were granted the titles of Duke and Duchess of Sussex by Queen Elizabeth II. But what's the story behind this historic title, and the women who stood in its shadow? Let's find out together. Let's start with the name of the title. The name Sussex originates from the Kingdom of Sussex, an Anglo-Saxon realm that was annexed by the Kingdom of Wessex around the year 827, and later became part of the Kingdom of England. But the actual title was created much later, in 1801, when it was granted to Prince Augustus Frederick, the sixth son of King George III and Queen Charlotte. He became the first Duke of Sussex and earned a reputation as something of a rebel and a humanitarian thanks to his progressive views. He was also a favourite uncle of Queen Victoria. In fact, it was he who walked her down the aisle on her wedding day in 1840. Now, as for the title of Duchess of Sussex. Traditionally, the title is held by the wife of the Duke. But in the case of Prince Augustus Frederick, things didn't go quite as expected. Both of his marriages were love matches, and both were made without royal consent, which was required under the Royal Marriages Act of 1772. Because of this, neither of his wives was ever legally recognised as the Duchess of Sussex during his lifetime. Still, each of them played a role in the story of the title. Prince Augustus's first marriage was to Lady Augusta Murray. The couple secretly wed in Rome, but when King George III learned of the union, he had it annulled under the Royal Marriages Act. Despite the fact that they had 2 children together, the marriage was never legally recognised, and their children were denied both legitimacy and their father's titles. Still, in private life, Augusta was often referred to as the Duchess of Sussex by friends out of respect. She was later granted a different title, Baroness d'Ameland, and awarded a pension to help support her children. After the death of his first wife, Prince Augustus married again, this time to Lady Cecilia Underwood. But once again, the marriage was conducted without the sovereign's permission and therefore considered legally invalid. By then, his beloved niece, Queen Victoria, was on the throne. As a gesture of affection and respect, she granted Cecilia a unique title, Duchess of Inverness. So officially, Cecilia was never known as the Duchess of Sussex, but rather as the Duchess of Inverness. After the death of Prince Augustus, the title of Duke of Sussex became dormant and remained unused for nearly 175 years. But on May 19, 2018, as a wedding gift, it was this very title that was granted to Prince Harry, and by extension to his wife, Meghan Markle. In keeping with royal tradition, he also received 2 additional titles, Earl of Dumbarton in Scotland, Baron Kilkeel in Northern Ireland. This made Meghan the first and only woman in history to officially hold the title Duchess of Sussex. The dukedom is hereditary through the male line, so it's possible that their son, Prince Archie, may one day inherit it, unless the reigning monarch decides to revoke the title, which is within their power. The title of Duchess of Sussex has always carried a trace of rebellion, from secret weddings to royal disapproval, and now to a duchess who challenged the system from within. Whether it should be taken away, or whether it simply found the right woman at the wrong time, well, that's a question for the history books and maybe for you.